For those of you that said yes to that, thank you. I'm glad you're on the same page as me, because that's why we're friends, because we think alike. For those of you that had to think about it or were like, no, probably not a good idea, let me just drop some facts at you. Let me start by letting you know, if you don't know anything about me, that I have gone off the deep end in studying women's health and children's health. So this is something I'm super passionate about. So it's about to go down. Kids growing up right now are the first generation that are expected to not live as long as their parents and all preceding generations before them. That's bad. That means that, say, like, I and my parents live until we're 80, 90. This kid's generation is expected to die in their 60s and 70s, like not live as long as their parents and all preceding generations. That is horrible. And whose fault do you think that is? Let this one sink in for a minute. It's ours. The prevalence of childhood obesity has tripled in the last few decades. And you know what the leading cause of death for children 15 and younger is? Cancer. Why? Why, you ask? Right now, 35% of our children, they're already overweight or obese. By the year 2030, which isn't that far away, it's expected to be at 50%. Here's a stat that irritates the shit out of me. 1 in 4 kids right now are taking a prescription medication to treat a chronic illness. A chronic illness that could be treated and prevented with nutrition. Let that sink in for a second. So the issue that lies before us, my generation, is that these kids are becoming more sick every single day, and then they grow up to be adults and become even more sick because this stuff just keeps adding up. Healthcare costs are rising because there's more money to be made in disease care and pharmaceuticals than there is to have wellness and prevention. So it's kind of, we need to do something, is what it boils down to. So what are you going to do? So as you see, this is not just a kids issue. This is a you and me issue. And it's not the kids buying the food. It's us buying the food for the kids. And if this is making our kids sick, it's making us sick too. And this is why it's such a passion of mine to do what I do, because if I can help you lead a better quality life and a healthier life, it in turn is going to help your kids lead a better, healthier life. And they're going to live long. And we're going to not let this trend happen and all these predictions be correct. We are going to let our kids lead a better, healthier life than we do. And that's what we're supposed to do, is leave our kids with a better foundation than we had, right? Like, shit, am I the only one that wants that for my kid, or do you want that too?